Here we are again. It's games to look for, it's June, and these are the biggest games coming out in the month ahead. First up, Don't Nod takes us to their vision of future Paris in the cyberpunk action-adventure Remember Me. Set in the year 2084, Nilin is a memory hunter that specialises in stealing and altering people's memories. That is, until her employers turn on her, wipe her memory, and attempt to hunt her down. The game's a mix of platforming, stealth and fisticuffs, along with a puzzle element that'll see us entering people's minds and manipulating their memories. Animal Crossing New Leaf originally launched on 3DS in Japan late last year, and now it's made its way over to Europe for a June release after selling bucket loads back home. Players will act as the mayor of their village, opening the door to a variety of management options, as well as retaining the gameplay staples that have made this such an enduring franchise. Nintendo could well have another hit on their hands. Naughty Dog are aiming to own survival horror with The Last of Us, the PlayStation 3 exclusive from the studio who brought us the Uncharted series. Joel and Ellie, the game's central characters, must travel through crumbling cities avoiding the infected zombified clickers that roam the streets. It promises to be a tense and taut affair, and we're looking forward to getting hands-on when the game launches later this month.
After all we've been through, everything that I've done, it can't be for nothing.
Carrying the official license, MotoGP 13 is hoping to charm racing fans this month. It'll feature all of the contents of the 2013 championship, as well as appearances from all of the teams and the riders, as well as accurate tracks and up-to-date rules. Local split screen is complemented by online multiplayer, and it looks like fans of the sport will be well catered for. Company of Heroes 2 is the sequel to one of the most critically acclaimed real-time strategies ever made. This time action moves from Western Europe to the Eastern Front, with Nazi Germany taking on Soviet forces in blistering snowstorms. Line of sight replaces the traditional fog of war, and the game's multiplayer looks like it could be just as popular as it was last time around. Sega snapped up the game following the bankruptcy of THQ, and hopefully the additional time allowed for spit and polish will give Relic the chance to really push the boat out.
I made my peace long ago with the truth. If that means my death, let them do what they must.
Marvel Heroes bears more than a passing resemblance to Diablo, but that's probably because the game's been designed by former Blizzard man David Brevik. The key difference here is the Marvel license, that'll see a plethora of famous comic book characters scurrying around in this free-to-play action RPG from Gazillion Entertainment. There's a big multiplayer element to the game, which will have us clicking superheroes to death in the month of June. Speaking of Marvel heroes, the Merc with a Mouth, Deadpool, gets his own outing this month, with development being handled by Half Moon Studios. The action game fuses some fairly standard hack and slash mechanics with a fourth wall breaking narrative to good effect, and those who enjoy the comics will likely appreciate the amount of fan service found within.
Now let's be honest, I'm not the only one with a little bit of shit in their pants right now, am I? Suck it, Wolverine.
Dark is a vampiric stealth 'em up from Realm Forge Studios that puts players in the role of Eric, a New Leaf turned vampire. He drinks the blood of his enemies in order to recover health and blood points, which in turn can be used on special skills in the game, such as shadow looping, turning invisible, and slowing down time. Fans of the stealth genre waiting for Splinter Cell Blacklist later in the summer might want to keep an eye on this one and see how it turns out. That's it for the biggest and brightest for the month, but coming out we also have the following titles. The Jak and Daxter trilogy is heading to PS Vita this month.
Three! Count 'em, 3! And then...
sci-fi themed puzzler Magrunner Dark Pulse also takes a bow in Gene. Game & Wario, a collection of 16 minigames, is heading to Wii U. The kickstarted tactical cyberpunk RPG Shadowrun Returns also launches this month. Oh! And last but not least, June sees the release of indie stealth puzzler Gunpoint.